Okay, we're on episode 65.
65.
I want to thank everybody for always tuning in, for tapping in, for sharing, for liking, all of the things. TikTok, YouTube, we love y'all. KRB Online Radio Broadcasting. Thank you for your time as always, for allowing us to speak on y'all's platform.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so, what are we going to talk about today, Mr. Boswell?
Oh, we're going to talk about pulling yourself up, talking to yourself, motivating yourself. Because along with family and along with mental health, sometimes the real ones don't have nobody to uplift them.
Come on.
So the real ones have to uplift themselves. We have to talk to ourselves. It's not to the point where you crazy, but it's to the point where you got to slap yourself, beat yourself, and say, who am I? Am I who I say I am?
Come on.
You know, do I stand on what I speak on? Is my mind together? Because honestly, this was for me, a dog-ass week.
A dog-ass week?
A dog-ass week.
Come on.
For me, it didn't have nothing to do with the job or anything. It's everything that's around us that when you try to stay away, you get pulled into it.
Sucked in.
You get sucked in. You know what I'm saying?
Innocent bystander.
I'm getting hit with strays by innocent. I'm an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
So that's what we gonna speak on today, and speak to the real ones that know exactly what we talk about and exactly what we're going through.
Okay, so for those of you that's tapping in for today, we are on season 7. So season 7, and we're speaking on family ties and mental health. Are you talking about mental health with your family? Why or why not? And what do you think about it? Or do you think anything of it? And so today, like Mr. Vaz said, he want to talk about, what you say you want to talk about?
We're going to talk about pulling yourself together.
Pulling yourself together.
Pulling yourself together. You together. It's you versus you.
Come on.
So pulling yourself together. Because most of the time, we do so much pouring out.
Okay.
And with nothing that's around us, it could be baby daddy, baby mama, wife, husband, whatever, that really don't pour back into us. Everybody is taking, and not giving anything back. So that reciprocal kind of mess with your balance, mess with your energy. So that's what we'll talk about today. We're going to talk about holding yourself together through family and mental health, friends, co-workers, everything and everything else you got going on. You know, so that's the whole deal. Kids.
No, and so you said you had a testimony, and so I need to hear the testimony.
The testimony, okay. This week, like I say, has been a dog-ass week for me.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, nothing physically.
Amen.
Nothing had to do with the job. It's everything and everybody else around me that was pulling. And sometimes all the real 100 ones do not get asked, are we okay?
Come on.
Is there anything going on with us? Because everybody is so selfish and so concerned with themselves. But when we flip the switch and become selfish and become concerned with our own self, and what we actually have going on with us and what everybody else putting us into, and we shut that off, it's a problem.
It's cool when they do it.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Come on, finesse 2 times. So I just went through some periods this week where I felt low. I felt down. I felt challenged.
Yeah.
I felt like I really was going to be out of it. But I had to look in the mirror and say, self, who are you? How do you handle this? Don't get out of character.
Come on.
Stay within yourself. Stay in your lane. So as I start talking to myself and say, you remember this? You remember that testimony? You remember that? You remember boom, 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 had to bring remembrance back.
Yeah.
And then as I was bringing my remembrance back, then I started to feel like, okay, get that flow joke going on. You know what I'm saying? I got my feet planted on the ground now. I got my head up high now. So whoever's doing whatever, hey, handle this like you handle that, because I'm finna tell you how I handle it. I really don't give advice, but I give advice.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? So I had to say self. Look at yourself.
Come on.
Nobody pours into you because everybody you gonna run it on fumes now.
Come on.
So just like we put gas in the car, we put food in our bodies, we have to put back into our own self. And sometimes that's the remembrance of being A100 real with anything else around you.
Yeah.
You like, I handle that, I handle this, why I can't handle me?
Why I can't handle me?
I got to handle me. So I start handling me.
And so I have a question.
Yes.
Do you know how to handle you? You know, sometimes we'll be so consumed with all of the hats we have on.
Right.
The daddy, the papa squirrel, the Mr. Visor on the job, the manager to your artist, the business owner to, you know, Chris, and all of the things you have going on. And you forget that you need that same energy that you give into everybody else. And so how do you lock in to give yourself what you need?
First, you have to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? You got to shut it down. You got to shut the white noise out. Shut everything down. And when you there and shut everything down and it's just pure quietness and silence.
Yeah.
And you hear that inner voice saying, you 100, you the man.
Come on.
Pots and pans. You know
Hype yourself up.
Hype yourself up. You got it. You'd have been here, you'd have made it out of that. You'd have been here, made it out of that. So get your together.
Come on.
Slap yourself if you have to. It's the bounce back.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's all I did was just focus in on me and talk to me. And say, hey, okay, now we got to bring some scriptures in. You know what I'm saying? We got to see what Yahweh said and what Yeshua said. And we got to bring all that in to start building everything up. And then simply just look at the birds of the air.
Yeah.
Look at these animals running around here. Don't have a worry in the world, but they still getting fed.
Come on.
They still getting drink.
Yeah.
They still have somewhere to lay their heads. They still moving around like we just here or we here. So looking at that, I told myself, AGD,
Yeah.
are we not better than that? Have we not been created more than that?
Yes.
So I shake it out.
Shook it off.
Shook it out.
Got yourself back
Got
right.
myself back together. And then I stopped the multitasking.
Yeah.
Focusing on one thing at a time. Because you know, me and you and everybody around us, we multitask kings and queens around here.
Day in and day out.
What is the gymnast that they got the stick on this on their toe with the cups and everything, and we balancing it like that, make sure that nothing break. I just had to put a couple of them sticks and cups down and just focus on one stick and one cup and one plate.
Yeah.
Let me get this going and steady. Then I can bring in the other stick with the other cup and with the other plates, and then I can get back to me. But we have to circle in and focus on one thing to get ourselves back to the multiple things.
No, for sure. I like that you capitalized on how you had to get back to yourself and give yourself those things. Because sometimes we have to take some stuff off our plate so we can really eat.
Yeah. And you have to take a break. Most people don't believe in taking breaks. Sometimes you just have to shut it down. Sometimes it just calls to just stay in the bed and watch a few movies or just rest.
I call it a brain break.
You got to take a brain break. You got to take an emotional break, a physical break, a spiritual break.
Yeah.
You have to take a break and recharge yourself. Because if you do not, you will run yourself in the ground, and then we'll look up and say, why did such and such do it, but you did it to yourself.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
And so I like that you said that it's so many times that things have happened around me, like you say, because nothing not happened directly to us. We taking it personal or we internalizing the things outside of us.
Right.
We can't control nothing outside of us. We can't control that person, the husband, the wife, the kids. We can't control them. But we can control how we respond to what took place around us.
Correct.
And so I feel like that has helped me in so many ways recharge.
So how in what specific way of recharging that you actually needed it?
So when it came to my kids, cause you know I'm gonna go there because I'm the easiest thing. the main thing that triggers me is when them kids don't clean up because I got a lot of OCD, and so when stuff is out of place, that bothers me. And that's probably really the only time they really get yelled at. When stuff not clean, grades, making them people bother me.
Right.
So those the rules. Don't make the people bother me and clean up your mess because you put it there, clean it up.
Right. It's so simple. Like I said before on here, I've dealt with people who left a pile of trash behind them.
Man.
How can you do that?
Why would you do that?
And why would you do that? It's so simple to clean up behind yourself.
Look, it's just like the washing your hands.
Man. Boy, I'm telling you, from being a truck driver and going to these establishments, it is some nasty ass people out here that will go into these stalls in the restroom, that will pick their nose, that will dig in their booty, and that will do everything and will not wash their hands. They will not even have sanitizer or nothing. They go on regular like that's regular to them. And I guess it is regular to them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That irks me.
Man, come on.
You see what I'm saying?
It irks me.
It irks me to the point like you would get on your kids and stuff about washing their hands and washing their face and brushing their teeth, but you don't do it.
With your big grown self.
With your grown self.
So you want to fuss and cuss at everybody else, but you're not going to look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable.
That's right. I'll tell you experience I had with a woman, man. I moved in with my first woman, right?
Yeah.
And she was washing my clothes. And so I caught her flipping my boxes inside and out. I say, man, what you doing flipping my boxes inside and out? She said, I just was checking to see if you had any stains. And what it brought me to was like, man, what kind of men you been messing with?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? For them to have stains in their drawers, grown men that you dealing with, you gonna wash his drawers and he got stains in them, and you ain't gonna come to him and tell him?
Right.
What kind of men have you been messing with? And so the faster I moved in, it was the quickest I moved out.
Yeah.
And then that, on top of that, I went out of town with another young lady. Now, we moving around in Houston.
Yeah.
We hit the plane. We hit out of state.
Yeah.
We moving around out of state. We get back to the hotel room and everything. I jump in the shower. Woo, 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 jump in the bed.
Yeah.
So what she did, she took her clothes off and just jumped in the bed. So I jumped out that bed and jumped in the other bed because it was a twin bed room. She said, what you doing? I said, man, I know your ass stink. I know your titties been sweating. I know your breasts been sweating. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
We've been outside moving around all day.
Yeah.
And you come in this hotel room.
Dirty.
So this just told me about you. So where we was, I called my partner. I say, man, I need to stay with you. He said, I thought you was out here with somebody. I said, you can stay by us.
But I was.
I was. I'm gone.
And make another decision.
Man, personal hygiene and washing yourself, cleaning yourself should be a priority number one for you.
That's number one.
You see what I'm saying?
That deals with your mental health. Too.
Man.
I don't feel nobody say.
Nobody say, because you got to look at it. If we have kids and we get on our kids so much for it, but you can't do it.
No. I don't even let people sit on my bed.
See?
It's what we got to do. Is have that outside germs and all that on my bed.
Man, I try to tell you. So the whole thing of everything is, the old cliche is they saying cleanliness is next to godliness.
That's it.
Even though it's not in scripture, that's an old saying, folk tales.
So I feel like, some up in there is saying, but they don't say it that way. It got to, ain't no way.
Right, because it's the real deal. Because you got to look at how much stuff is your hand touching on a daily basis.
That's just like when people wearing them gloves. I say, what you don't know is you cross-contaminate. You steady touching all this other stuff and then touch. So you're putting more germs on whatever else versus just using your hands to do it and sanitizing your hands at the end of it.
Correct. So this week has been a challenging week on phone calls and can you do this? Can you help me with that? And most of the calls, I say 99.5% is money.
Come on.
Do you got such and such amount?
Yeah.
I need such. I say, well, can I? What? Now I hit my homegirl. I say, you know what's crazy? I've been thinking. She say, what's crazy? I say, all the people that I've been helping, I can't put them together and even get a penny with a hole in it.
Dang.
That's crazy, ain't it? All the people that we help, just think about it. All the people that we help, KNRB, all the people that you help, can you put them together and at least come up with a quarter?
Yeah.
$1?
Come on.
10 cents? I can't put them together and come up with a half a penny or a penny with a hole in it.
And see, that's one thing that we talked about and I want to say it was season 5 when we spoke on how you said you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right.
And we did 2 episodes just on that alone, just talking to people that you have around you, paying attention to your surroundings. Like, if everybody around you is taking and taking and taking, are they really here for you? Like, are they really down for you? Are they really supporting you? Or is it just, it's not 50-50?
No,
like,
the scale is unbalanced.
Yeah.
Because number one, the reason that they're calling you, because you're dependable.
Yes.
That's the number one reason. Secondly, why they calling is they'll come with, I didn't want to ask nobody else, and I know you done that, and I didn't want to ask you. Man, what's happening?
If you didn't want to ask me, why you
calling me? Why you texting me, and why you asking me? You see what I'm saying?
It seems like you wanted to ask.
Man,
like,
for real.
So I can understand some of that things, like, to a certain extent, because we are givers and we are the ones that help. It make us feel like we can't ask for help. So that's a real situation that's been in my life, and I have people say, man, look, everybody need help.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going back to the things that I have told my mentees and all of them, like, everybody use somebody. We all get used,
Mm-hmm.
but we can't misuse each other.
Right.
We put on this earth to help one another. That's the whole purpose of us. We're literally here to network.
But they mind is in misusing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
the whole deal. They mind is selfishness and misusing. And if selfish was a person, that was me. I was selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I became selfless.
Come on.
Because I'm trying to follow a script that was already laid up for us. But being selfless.
Yes. Come on.
That's all I can say is
Well, so I think we talked about it the last episode or one before that, and we were saying how often is it where you'll be down and you feel like, man, I just can't do this, I can't make it, and then you'll go help somebody else. Mm-hmm. And when you help them, you helping them because they need the help, but you helping yourself because that's restorative. That is a recharging thing to give, to put out positive energy, because when you put out positive, you get positive back.
Correct.
So, now don't get me wrong, of course, things happen that we don't care for, but again, we have to self-reflect and say, hey, okay, this happened, but what can I do? What can I do to shift this? Mm-hmm. How can I make a better decision so this won't happen again? Like, what's the lesson I need to learn?
Right,
so
and most of that's what it is. It's the lessons of learning.
Yes.
And the lessons of experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They say, how many times you gonna bump your head doing that? How many times you gonna stump your toe doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So evidently, if you continue bumping your head and stumping your toe, first you haven't learned, and secondly, you must like pain.
Got to. Gotta have it.
You must like pain.
And
but it's not it's not a negative thing, really,
Right.
because we can circumvent everything into something negative.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
not negative. It's about the culture
Mm-hmm.
of the atmosphere and what we're placed in, put ourselves in, or dragged into.
Right. And then it's perspective.
Say something about that. What's up on perspectives?
So that has probably saved my life more times than none, because if I go in and think about, okay, they in here cutting up, they doing all these bad things. I'm talking about students, when I was a police officer, when I'm doing business people, and you see things, and it on the outside looking in, it just look like it's a mess. It's a clusterfuck. There's a whole lot of stuff going wrong here. Whole lot of dip on their chip.
Right.
But then on the other end, it's like, okay, so it may look like they have a lot going on, but why do I feel like this is a lot going on? What in here is really triggering me? Because that's the thing, the stuff that trigger us is probably the things that we need to work on with ourselves anyway.
Correct.
So why do this bother me, and what can I do to shift this for myself first?
Right.
Because you can't help other people until you're okay. And that's something that I have had to learn the hard way. Still trying to pour into people when I'm still trying to regroup and get things together.
Yeah, it's a challenging deal.
Yes.
We can wear the mask. The mask could be wore all day long of I'm okay, I'm all right, this don't bother me. This, You know, and all that's really a lie. I'm calling it out. It's a lie. We are liars. We are hypocrites. We are not as I say I do.
Yeah.
You know,
Do what I say.
do what I say. We are all that.
Yeah.
And whoever listening and saying you ain't, you lying right now.
Yeah, because, well, that's what I was telling the kids the other day. We all have the capability to be the same thing. All of us can be a narcissist. All of us can be liars. All of us can be users. All of us can be scammers. Like, everybody have all of that in them. It's your decision making.
Right.
And it's your perspective. Some people say, man, well, sure, I got all this going on. I'm finna mess up somebody else's day.
Right.
Forget it. I'm finna knock all this stuff over. Okay, and then what?
What's after that? Clean up time?
Right.
You know, clean up time, because the energy that's put out,
Yeah.
like they say, there's more muscles in your face to frown than it is to smile.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what a clinical fact.
Mm-hmm.
So look at all the energy that you put out in something negative.
And some negative.
All the energy.
How does that even help you?
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it just takes just a little ounce of positive that'll give you pounds of positive. You see what I'm saying? But that negative is just something, it's just something going on, and you can put your finger on it. Some things you can't put your finger on it. But I know for me, I just got to the point where I'm calling everything out now.
Yeah.
Why you being dry? I ain't being dry, I'm being real.
Yeah.
Why you talking like that? I ain't talking like that. I'm talking direct.
Oh, you being boring today.
Oh, you boring today? No, I ain't being boring today. It's the line is in. The line has been drawn.
It's in the sand. It's
in
in
the sand.
about it.
So from this point on, either we make a change or we don't.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to the point now that, you know what, I don't even mind cutting nobody off.
Man, look. When I tell you this is the driest my phone probably ever been in years. I ain't never seen the phone this dry. But I'm grateful and I'm thankful because I don't want nobody reaching out to me unless you're on some positive stuff.
Right.
Unless you're on some building stuff. If it's mentally, emotionally, physically, like something we can do to make something happen better for other people and in turn help ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the entrepreneur class I teach, I told them, I say, what's the point of having a business? And they was like, oh, you know, so people can get together. I was like, nah, man, so you can get some money. So what are you talking about? I say, yes, you have to have a service that can help anybody and everybody at all times. But at the end of the day, you most definitely need to be able to be receptive to these things too. Like, what can it do to help you? What can it do to help others? And how am I going to make some money with you?
Right.
And can I make some money? And how can I put money in other people's pocket with what I'm doing?
Right.
So if my mentor told me, if what you're doing, you can't teach somebody else to make some money, then you ain't did nothing.
At all. And then, like in my point of perspective, I've gotten individuals hired at jobs.
Come on.
So talk
about that.
How much
about that.
Can you help somebody by getting them hired somewhere? And then
putting the money in their pocket for real.
Weekly. some good money.
Come on, weekly.
You know, and not weekly. And not one, but two, but three, but four, but five. You know what I'm saying? And then come behind that, guess what? It wasn't even a thank you. Now you acting like I was obligated to do that, and that's something I'm supposed to do.
The entitlement.
The entitlement. That's a killer.
Cut that out. The entitlement is at an all-time high.
Man.
I don't know what shifted from 24 to 25, but it's outstanding at this point. I can't even fathom. Like, I'm talking about the kids, the older people, every race, everywhere. You can't just say, you know, the kids out there is bad, spoiled and bad. All of them is spoiled and bad. I tell them, I done worked in so many districts at this point. All the kids act the same regardless.
No matter the background.
No matter the culture, the economics, like nothing even matters. These kids think that you owe them and they don't think they supposed to do nothing. And I'm not excluding my kids. I tell my kids all the time, y'all think I'm supposed to do this stuff. All I'm supposed to do is make sure y'all alive, y'all got y'all shots, and y'all eat for the most part.
Right.
All this other stuff is extra. You ain't got to have no phone. You ain't got to have no TV. You don't got to have none of this.
Right.
And so that's the first thing I do is take all that because this is extra stuff. You don't have to have this.
And then, because in Scripture, you know I got to drop it.
Come on, put it in there.
It says we're not really supposed to be obligated to anything but God.
But God.
But we take God out the picture.
Come on.
Faith and spirituality is out the picture, and we make it about ourselves to make sure the other individual or whatever party is make sure they obligated to us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the twist of everything, because like I say, everybody is so selfish and looking out for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, so that what makes us so critical and so hypocritical of what we talk about in our life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this ain't a down segment.
No, it's not.
This a real. This I'm gonna kick you in the butt segment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, you gotta have the meat and potatoes. You gotta have substance. If you don't have it, then you just ain't junk.
That's it. You ain't eating nothing that can help you grow, because we don't want to keep nobody low. We
Right.
want to keep everybody growing. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta love yourself.
That's the whole deal of it. Because if we're not planting seeds on a daily basis and we're not helping at least one person on a daily basis to make it to their goal, or what are you in this life for?
Yeah.
Because you want to receive the same thing.
Come on.
You want that to be reciprocated to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing to help somebody. I ain't talking about these boys on the corner begging, hey man, you gonna give me this, hey man, you got this. I'm talking about legitimate individuals that you can help.
That you can help. And you can help them help themselves. That's the thing. You want to help everybody be able to help themselves.
Right.
You don't want to have to just be, hey man, here. Okay, here. Okay, here. No, what are you gonna give them that they can help themselves, that they can help somebody else? Like, it got to be something that they can pay it forward.
Right.
It got to be something that you can pay it forward. And if it's not, then what are you doing? And why are you doing this? You just ultimately just wasting time.
Right.
So
perfect example. Perfect example. Cup of ice has been the perfect example.
Look, I really appreciate you. And so one thing I want to tell y'all is we always bring everything back to mental health, because that is the purpose of the platform. We want to make sure that we helping y'all mentally, emotionally, physically. Like, we try to give like helpful tips on eating cleaner, eating better. And don't get me wrong, we all can improve, because here and there, I'm gonna want me some a good burger. I'm not big on like pork chops or none of that kind of stuff, but here and now I do want me a burger. So that's probably like the main thing that I do if I'm gonna just sabotage. It's probably gonna be a burger or a whole lot of sweets. I love sweets, so I have to put myself on punishment regularly and not eat the sweets I be wanting, because I will eat sweets all day, and that'll be it. I'll just be eating sweets, y'all. So we just working towards building ourselves, building our mind, making sure that what we're doing, we can help other people in the process. And if we can't, we need to shift and figure out how we can and just get to it and get to work. We should always be executing and getting things done, and we shouldn't be just sitting there hoping that something happens. You have to have action. Faith without works is dead. You have to be putting in the work. You have to be being consistent when you put in the work. That's the only way to see a change. The only way to change is to change, literally. You have to do something different to see something different. And I just feel like people be missing it. They miss it all the time. They want to have something happen to them or happen for them, but they don't want to do the things to change their actions. They don't want to do things to shift their mindset. And so that has been the deal breaker for them to move to the next level. And so if you ever like really want to see some change in your life, whatever you've been doing and you feel like the same things keep happening to you and you can't get out of this or you can't stop stuff from happening, you have to make a change for yourself. It's something in your routine you need to change. It's something in your diet you need to change if you're trying to lose weight, or it's something in your internal, because sometimes we don't need to lose the weight on our body. It's dead weight we need to lose. People, jobs, whatever is not helping you grow. You can't take that with you to your next level. That's why you haven't made it yet.
Because it's two things what you just said. D and D.
Come on.
Decision of discipline. D, decision and discipline.
Both of them.
If you're trying to go to a next level, as you just spoke on, you need to make the decision to do it. Now you got to show the discipline to get it done. That discipline can come in all shapes and forms, because you need information, you need wisdom, you need pointed the right way, you need all this needs to be done for you to lose.
That's the first thing. You have to know what it is you need to know.
Right.
You can't just be saying, I'm a YouTuber. No. YouTube is only gonna get you so far. You gonna have to read.
Right.
You got to listen to some articles. You got to listen to some podcasts of people
Research.
really doing this stuff regularly. Like what you need to read, who you need to talk to, who you need to get in contact with, because you're a resource. You know somebody that's doing the stuff you already want to do. If you really think about it,
That's it.
you just gotta tap in and get locked in.
But that goes back to the selfishness.
Yes.
I don't need to ask them for nothing.
Come on.
I don't need to reach out to them. I can do this. I can do. Nah, everybody needs somebody. Everybody. That's this whole world needs somebody to get to that next step or next few steps.
Yes.
Because you can only go so far. And when you hit that so far, you got to reach out to somebody.
But that's how you see people, they'll be going real hard on something, and then boom. You like, well, damn, I thought they was, well, they ain't still, you know. And then it be so bad because some people, they be feeling bad about it, but it ain't nothing to feel bad about. You just get back to it. Like, whatever it is, see what didn't work, throw it away, and move on to the next thing so you go to the next level, because we all have to start over. I tell people, I'm the queen of starting over. I just start over so many times. Ain't nothing wrong with start over,
because people are scared of this one thing, restructure. You scared of restructuring.
Come on. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy.
Sure.
It ain't, because, you know, if going from A to B was a straight line,
come on,
everybody will be where they need to be.
I'm talking about.
But sometimes that A gonna lead you to Y gonna bring you back to W, W gonna take you to B. Yep. Now you kind of, okay, you went from A to B now. You know what I'm saying? But not going from A, B to C.
Yeah.
Oh, now that you fit to go to T and come back to Q, R, S, then come back to H.
Come on.
And that's the journey. That up and down, and that's the journey. I think individuals are so scared for, and I think that's the way the industry and life has been. Now everybody wants some microwave right there to you.
They want it instant.
It ain't instant grits.
They don't want to put the work in.
You gotta put the work in. Because if you cheat the grind, the grind gonna cheat you.
I'm talking about it's gonna eat you alive.
It's gonna eat you alive. You can't cheat the grind. You can't cheat the hustle. Well, you got to get to it the correct way.
Come on. You got to.
In the correct way. And if you are
step by step.
Step by
brick
step.
By brick. For real.
You know, everybody like the celebrity of athletes.
Yes.
Let's talk the celebrity and the discipline and the decision that you see athletes do with their bodies on a daily basis to maintain that level that they need to maintain.
Yeah, the diet,
the mindset, the people, the money, where they living at, who they dealing with, who they got around their circle, who's their managers, who's their handlers, who.
And knowing when to say no. I talked about that yesterday, saying no. Like
you gotta be able to say no.
You gotta be able to say no. And and again, that's something that has been one of my biggest challenges, the no part. Because like you said, you feel like, okay, well I can do it. It ain't gonna take that long for me to help this person, help that person. And then boom, you done helped by 4 people and now it's 9, 10 o'clock at night and you still ain't finished off something you need to finish for yourself.
Well, and that's the distraction.
Yep.
That's the I'm gonna say that's the distraction of others.
Yeah.
DOO. Distraction of others. And that's what knocks us off our pivot most of the time, is the distraction of others and their needs and their wants.
And that includes your kids.
That includes family.
Family, kids, the job.
The boo. The husband, the boyfriend, the partner, the little friend.
Not the little friend.
The little friend, you know what I'm saying? You know, it all that circumventing all itself.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And all that plays a part on your mental health and whom you are for that day.
Man.
I ain't say for the week. It's just that day.
Look, because I used to say we at a day at a time. I'm at an hour at a time now. So if let me just get this hour done.
30 minutes to an hour, let's get past that.
Yeah.
And then we're going to tackle
and take on. But they say let tomorrow worry about itself.
Yeah, tomorrow.
We got to get this day done.
Even your Lord and Savior said, let the dead bury the dead.
Come on. For
all my scripture readers and who go to church and pray and Bible study and everything, you know, let the dead bury the dead.
Yeah. So
that's saying you have to keep moving. That situation and that circumstance gonna take care of itself.
Yeah. And then it's like whoever did you wrong, like I said every day, love on those that love on you, and whoever don't, keep them in your prayers. You can't do nothing about somebody that don't want to do right.
No,
They
but
just, like, you try to help, you try to, like, what they say, you can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink it. That's for real. And the more I'm learning and the more people I've tried to assist, I'm seeing it clearer and clearer. And it's kind of like, you be feeling like you can see it happening for them, and they won't even take the first step. So they won't even look at the information.
Because they want to hand it. All of us.
want it
I ain't
done
gonna say
already.
they. I'm just
Some
gonna
of
say
them.
all
Yeah,
of us.
some-
Some of
yeah.
us want things just straight handed to us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be a millionaire before you even know what it takes to be a millionaire. Because you could be a millionaire, but how you gonna maintain a
How you
million?
gonna maintain it? If you can't maintain $1,000, how you gonna maintain?
No, if you can't maintain $1,
come on.
look how fast $1 go.
Yeah.
Okay, look how fast $5 go. Look how fast 10, 20, 50, 100.
Yeah. Think about how excited you used to be to see $100, and now
Man.
it's like the 10 and the 20. So like, so as you spend that, that's it.
Is it?
If you break it, that's it.
Man, you
It's
break
spent.
that 5, you break that 10, you break that 20, you break that 50, you break that 100, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's
just
out
like
of
you
there.
never had it.
It's like you never had it. Then you look back and start counting your money, look at your bank account, you looking at your cash app, you look like, where the money go?
Look,
I had this.
Look, and for them scammers, you trying to call and tell them, nah, they went. Look, that was for somebody. So if she listening, I hope she heard this.
Yeah, and hey, I just put 20 in the tank.
Come on.
I'm at a half now.
Done drunk it up.
I'm almost on E now. Man, I just bought groceries.
Man, we ain't even talking about groceries. That's depressing. Talking about the way I spend money on food. We ain't even gonna go there.
Man.
But so at the end of the day, y'all, the day gotta end. And I'm gonna say that every time. The day gotta end.
You gotta reset.
And you gotta reset. You gotta think about, okay, I didn't like this. Why didn't I like this? Like, I journal every day because I wanna see where I'm growing. I wanna see what's going on. I wanna see why is this going on.
Yeah.
And I wanna see, like, what can I do better this next day? What can I do better after that? Because I need this stuff to take place regularly. Right. I need to be able to grow in those areas that I didn't yesterday. Because every day is literally an opportunity to get better than what we were.
That is true.
Like, every day.
But that takes work.
Yes.
That takes work.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Consistent work.
But you know, it all goes back to this one word that we talk about that I believe most people are scared of.
Oh, yeah.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Nobody wants to be accountable for their actions.
Nope.
Nobody wants to be accountable for what you decided to do.
Yeah. And see, and that's where people be acting like, you know, I just be letting people get away with. So I say, no, I can't let nobody get away with nothing.
Right.
All of us are grown adults. Everybody do what they want to. Everybody move how they would like to, when they would like to, time, day, whatever.
Because they had a want to do that.
Yes. But at the end of the day, when I sit up here and I process everything that has happened, and I see that I didn't do anything wrong, and I know that I put in all I could to make a situation better, I'm not doing no tripping. Like, you can't hang me on no cross no more. You can't try to get upset with me. You can't try to make me upset. I'm going to sit there and watch you do this to yourself, and I'm move around. Because, for one, I'm not going to stand for none of that.
Because, see, we got this thing in Texas where it say, what's the term, show your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody want to show their ass, but it's a way to show your ass. You see what I'm saying? You can show your ass in a respectful way, and doing and helping and making sure that you and your people okay.
Right.
Or you can show your ass and have an attitude.
And make it bigger than
and
what
make
it
it bigger
is.
than it and defecate on people.
Man.
Defame individuals.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? It's a certain way to do things.
Oh, yeah.
To go about things. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain way.
Yeah, and I do my best, like I tell people to do my best, seriously. I catch myself and I go into those ways of thinking, well, you know, that selfish mindset. Well, dang, I'm always such and such. Every time we do this, I'm the one, you know.
Right.
And then I always catch myself, though, because I'm like, okay, it's been a time where you did need somebody to do this and this and this.
Right.
And so now you're able to help somebody with this. So help them. And if you can't, then tell them you can't. Don't be sitting up there getting mad because you're mad at yourself. You're not mad at them.
But they get an attitude when you say you can't help.
They do.
Why get an attitude when somebody tell you that they cannot help you at this time?
Yeah.
Why not just be appreciative and grateful for the times that that individual did help you?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
You know, but it's this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you couldn't come through this time. I can't deal with you. I can't mess around with you. I can't do. That's one time out of the 100 times that you done called me that I done been there and gave you a ride. I done gave you money. I done this and that, and I never asked anything for you but respecting what I'm doing to help you.
Right.
So come on with it. Oh, look.
They don't have nothing to say, do you?
KERB, man, I know y'all listen to us, and I think for the live podcast here at Famous J's and everything, but it comes a time where some things just have to stop, and you got to stand up for yourself or stand up for anything that's not coinciding with the person that you are.
Yeah, what and who is not in alignment for your next level. Like, even the level you at now, like, whatever you're working on now, whatever you're trying to improve in at this moment, who is around you or who has been around you where they probably slowed down your process. And you might be the one to slow down your process. It might be you.
It might be you.
And that's what I learned. I had to really, self-reflect. Okay, last week we did this, and this. Mm-hmm. This week we missed this, we missed that. And then we mad because this hasn't happened, but what did you do wrong?
Right.
What could you have done better? And that's what I do in everything, even with dealing with people. Okay, yeah, they did do this. Okay, well, what did I do? Okay, I did such and such. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. You know what I'm saying?
No, you said what you said, how you
well,
said.
I mean, but what I'm saying is I think about the whole picture because I'm never going to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm not perfect and I do stuff too, is what I'm saying. I'm not perfect and I do stuff too. So that was my thing.
But in doing that is also being A100 and being real with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't blame yourself for, like we say, others and their decisions and this, that. But what we do, we also can't blame ourselves for missing a step.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And we're hard. I know you and I know me. We get hard on ourselves for missing a step.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I read that letter and I ain't put that I, dot that I. I ain't crossed that T.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we miss things.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? But it's not it's not the end of the world with it. You see what I'm saying? It's just next time we come about it, we just remember to dot that I and cross that T.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Us real individuals, and I'm going to keep saying us real individuals because those of you who are listening, my real is not your real. Your real ain't my real.
And that's okay.
It's okay. Kinfolk real ain't my real ain't kinfolk real, but we meet in between with the real.
Yeah.
Because it's real.
Because it's real.
You see what I'm saying? So the balancing point in the meeting in the middle of things of realness and what has to be done or what needs to be done or what got to be done or what I want to do.
Right.
Because that comes with needs and wants. Because a lot of people are operating in their wants and ain't operating in their needs.
And they needs. Come on. Man, I did a little lesson on that with the kids. It was real fast. It was a little deal where a girl was trying to buy some rollerblades. Mm-hmm. And so the rollerblades was $85. She had made $40 and somebody gave her $25. So she had $65. And so then they went on sale. They said they're going to be on sale on one day only for $65. And that's exactly how much she had. And so after that, her friends called and said they wanted to go to the movie on the day that the rollerblades was on sale. And so she was like, okay, so do I go spend this $20? Because she calculated how much everything gonna cost at the movie theater. And it was $20. And so she said, okay, I can spend this $20, and then I just have to ask somebody, see if I can get $40 again. And so they was like, so I asked the kids, I said, what would y'all do? And half of them said they're gonna spend their money and go to the movies. I said, but you worked hard to try to get these rollerblades.
Right.
And you finally got enough money because they went on sale now. And at first you would have had to come over $85. But now they don't sell for 65, and that's what you got.
You got the 65.
Yeah.
So the distraction has came on going to the movies with my friends or my partners. That's gonna be $20. So all the work you put in to get these rollerblades,
come on, that you put in,
that's what I said.
Them.
All the work you put in to get these rollerblades, now you want to sacrifice that 20, which will leave you with 45.
Yep.
The rollerblades was 65.
Yep.
And you want to take that 20 to the movies, then come back and ask somebody for another 20.
Yep.
Wow.
And I'm just kind of like, and it was crazy to see, and I ain't gonna lie, some of the Hispanic kids, they said what they said. Some of our kids said what they said. And but that just shows the upbringing. And it's like, what are we teaching our kids?
Right.
Like I say, mental health is serious and it starts at the home.
Yes.
And that's a mental thing. Not being able to tell what a need is from a want. So.
And that's been throughout life.
Generation.
Right? Because I was one of them that I know what I needed, but I went after what I wanted.
Come on.
And I went to whatever it took for me to get what I want. Any means necessary to get what I want. I want it. And it's just like a little child.
Yeah.
When a little child focus in on what they want and want to get to, they gonna do everything in their power to get to where they want to get to. And if you pull them from it,
consequences at all.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm with one of my mama boyfriends one day. I guess I was about 7, 8. We going through the park and everything. I found $20.
Come on.
The boyfriend took the 20 from me and said, "Oh, this for everybody." I said, "No. Everybody went with me when I found this hot 20 on the ground right here. So why do I have to take this 20 and make sure everybody else get a 25-cent McDonald's burger, and this is my 20, then you gonna eat off of it too."
Right.
So I got an attitude. Had an attitude from that point as I should have gone to it. So when I got back to my mama said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "He took my $20.
That's it.
And she said, "What you going to take?" And she said, "Well, first of all, where you get the 20 from?" I say, "We went to the park.
Right.
I went off to play with myself and do something by myself.
Right.
And I found $20.
Yeah.
And me being who I am, went back and told him, since he was the grown up, I found $20. And he took it from me and said, "This for everybody."
Right.
So my mama looked at him and said, "Where the 20 at?" He said, "Oh, I took it and spent." She said, "No, dig in your pocket.
Okay.
Come out with that 20.
Come on.
Get that 20 to my son." Because wasn't nobody else around when he found that 20. That's his 20. He was like, "I don't have it right." You dismissed. Boy, go on get in there. You playing. Quit playing with my son.
Right.
That's his 20.
Come on.
And I felt justified. Through mama.
Right.
For my $20. Because I found that on my own.
It was yours.
It was my own. Then I got another story. We staying right there off of Goodson and Airline.
Yeah.
Me and the big homie Black running back and forth to the store. Now this store raining.
Yeah.
So I run, I slip in some mud.
Come on.
But when I was coming up, it was a whole book of food stamps that I done pulled up with me. So now, me and Black, say Black, I found this book of food stamps, and guess what what Black said? "I'll let Fred, it's yours if you want it." I said, "Now, since you was with me, I made the decision. We gonna split it."
Right.
So we went in there and got the cakes and the wham-whams and some soda and everything, and took that back to who we was going, back to the apartment where we was at.
Yeah.
And everybody got there, and I still had $15 worth of food stamps left on me.
Boys is out here.
Come on with it. You see what I'm saying? So the decision, that's what it's on. The decision of you and the decision of others.
Right. No, I love that. And we really hit on some good tips today. And as always, y'all, our biggest thing is controlling our mind, using our emotional intelligence, and ensuring that the things that we do is going to help us grow and not keep nobody low.
We got to grow and not keep nobody low. You got to be selfless and not selfish.
Right.
If you believe in scripture. I'm going to say that all the time. If you go to church, you pray to God, you say, "Oh, God is my Lord and Savior," and this. Hey, them words right there is hard to live by, but you can live by.
Yeah.
If you believe in him, he set the example.
Thank you.
So how many examples are we walking and believing in, but not that?
Yeah.
So are we not hypocrites?
Yes, daily.
All right.
Look, y'all, and so this is the end here, and we thank y'all for rolling with us this long, going through the show with us. And so this was episode 65.
Episode 65.
Season 7, JessTalks. When you look good, you feel good.
Yes.
Love on those that love on you. Whoever
Yes.
don't, keep them in your prayers because there's nothing you can do about it. And what you want to tell them?
I'm telling them I'm AGD FEV. Tune in to the Busted Nuts podcast, and I got one question for you. Have you busted your nut lately? Because we busted a lot of them on tonight's show.
And I want to tell my cousin happy birthday, AC. Happy birthday,
Happy
cousin.
birthday, AC.
All right, y'all. And we'll catch y'all next time.
Next time, tune out. 6505 Cobb Street, Famous J's Barbershop. If you want to get your hair cut the famous way, come holler at Famous J.
Yeah.